From our studios at the corner of 8th and Walton in Bentonville, Arkansas, welcome to Saturday Morning Meeting, brought to you in part by Dun & Bradstreet Credibility Corp. Saturday Morning Meeting covers Walmart, Sam's Club, and the consumer product companies that are represented on the racks and shelves throughout the country and around the world. I'm RIdenoure, and our focus is on the insights, trends, and best practices to help you as a supplier grow your business with the world's largest retailer. Thank you for joining us. And coming up today, I'll be talking with Jody Dilday from the Single Parent Scholarship Fund and Mary Zettle from General Mills about charitable giving. And reviewing this week's headlines with me are Stan Zylowski and Cully. First, the headlines. CreditCardBlogPayments.com reports that Walmart is switching from Discover to MasterCard for handling its branded credit card transactions. The transaction begins this summer with Sam's Club cards switching over to MasterCard this June and new Walmart cards following at the end of the summer. The report also states that cards issued by GE Capital Bank cards will be phased out over the next year. Fierce Retail reports that Amazon is offering startups free payment processing services. Amazon will waive transaction fees for the first $100,000 in transaction for businesses that sign up for its Log In and Pay with Amazon service. Sam's Club CEO Rosalind Brewer recently appeared on CBS This Morning to discuss the company's plans for expanding its online presence. Brewer noted that members can currently place orders online for in-club pickup, then stated that Sam's Club hopes to expand on integration between traditional and digital retailing. MarketWatch reported some unhappy news for Walmart's digital cheerleaders. Apparently, only 9% of Walmart's in-store customers do their online shopping at Walmart.com. Indeed, 53% of in-store Walmart shoppers shop at Amazon. The percentages are even more dismal when you look at Walmart.com shoppers, 74% of whom also shop at Amazon. Walmart's Meet Patrick online commercial touched a nerve with viewers, making it the most popular online advertisement during the month of March. Retail Times reports that the ad, featured an employee of a Walmart supplier, received over 5.3 million views during the month. Walmart isn't letting its recent breakup with India partner Bharti slow down its wholesale efforts in India. Reuters reports that Walmart plans to open 50 additional wholesale outlets in India over the next 4 to 5 years. Asda's expansion plans could create as many as 12,000 new jobs in the United Kingdom over the next 5 years. Reuters reports that Walmart CEO Doug McMillon made the jobs announcement on a recent meeting with United Kingdom's Prime Minister David Cameron. Asda has particularly targeted the south of England for its expansion, which includes supermarkets, superstores, and click and collect points for the online shoppers. Check out Walmart news and supplier news as is reported at walmartnewsnow.com. And we're joined now by our panel, Cully from the Harvest Group and Stan Zylowski from Movista. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming in. Ross, I want to start with you, and we'll talk about the omni-channel. Walmart, Amazon continuing to go back and forth. Yeah. What advantages do you see that Amazon would have over Walmart?
It's this epic battle that keeps coming back week after week. I don't think it's going anywhere.
You know, it was interesting. I was reminded just this week that Walmart actually had a chance to buy Amazon for $8 a share, and Lee Scott walked away from it years ago, probably 10 years ago. So it's interesting to see that they had a chance to own them, walked away, and now they're one of the biggest competitors. So let's go back to what we're talking about and that epic battle that seems to continue to exist between these two.
Yeah, I think one of the takeaways for me in the articles this week that came out were just the difference in the consumer profile. A lot of times there's this focus on there's this overlap and this competition, and I think there obviously is, but the core Amazon shopper is over $100,000. They're urban, and when you look at the core Walmart.com shopper, you know, less than $50,000 and rural communities. And so though there is overlap, and we talk about that a lot, I think there's a difference in that consumer. The other stat that stuck out to me was 74% of Walmart.com shoppers are shopping Amazon, and 18% of Amazon shoppers are shopping Walmart.com. And so when I look at that and I think about the consumer profile, I think that Walmart has a lot to gain as they get into .com and keeping their Walmart shopper on their site.
Now, Stan, this probably isn't a surprise because Amazon has kind of opened up the world to anybody who has a business, an online business, to really sell through there. There's a lot of opportunity in terms of price. Were you surprised by what we saw in this?
No, not really. Actually, it's not Amazon that's opened up the world. The internet opened up the world, right? So it's a space that it's hard to own. You say, well, Walmart could have bought Amazon at $8 a share. Well, then someone else would be the other Amazon. It's not going to go away. It's a flat world on the internet. It's very difficult to own anything on the internet. So I think what you see is Walmart putting their dollars. The other thing that we saw was that they're expected to spend $600-700 million this year on Walmart.com advertising. But what's the message that they're sending? The message is all about site to store. When you go pick up your site to store item, you don't just honk and they bring it out to you. It's in the very back of the store. No one ever went in to buy a 12-pack of beer on Amazon and came out with $200 worth of groceries and a shake light. It just doesn't work that way.
As one of the people who helped design that site to store, it was intentional. We want them to come in. Walmart at the time wanted them to come into layaway all the way to the back of the store. And what else did they pick up? So they're buying an HD TV. They got to get the HDMI cable before it's even going to work. And Amazon can't necessarily do that.
That's right.
They can certainly make recommendations, but they make recommendations for a lot of things. Ross, where do you see this going? And what's the next step? How does Walmart really compete with them?
Well, I think the fulfillment and the convenience is what they're focused on right now with their programs. Is they have great prices, we've got assortment, and they're focusing on the endless aisle and getting more assortment. They're way behind there. But they're focused on the convenience of getting the product to the shopper. And I think it's clear to see their strategy is we're going to build out small format stores, get into white space, and we're going to try to make that asset pay for itself by not only increasing comp sales in the store, brick and mortar, but running digital orders through that store.
And I find it interesting though, because most millennials are really geared towards the instant gratification. I want it now. I want to be able to get it now. However, having said that, and they certainly could do that at Walmart, with Amazon and other online retailers, there's a delayed gratification there. I mean, I'm ordering it. Best case, I'm going to pay increased shipping costs to get it here tomorrow, next day. But there's still that lag.
Well, what is it? So you spoke about the demographic overlap or lack of overlap there. You've got shoppers that are shopping here and not there, they're not here. But what are they buying online? That's what I'm interested to know, right? I want to know is you take purchases and say these are purchases above $300. Is this jewelry? Are they, these big items that there's really no logical way for Walmart to try and put those things on the shelf. Again, I go back to Walmart needs to own the Walmart shopper. Right, and that shopper may not be the Amazon shopper. It's just it's a different customer.
So going forward, I mean, Sam's Club now getting into this. What would you tell them to do? How does Sam's now compete with Walmart, even though they're the same company, and compete with Amazon?
Well, one of the major benefits of shopping online is the review, the peer review. It's a big deal. So you see Sam's beginning to bring this to light on shelf a little bit. What you have to do is you have to bring that inside the store. You have to blur the lines between whether I'm standing in the store with the internet in my hand or whether I'm at home with the store in my hand. It has to just be we call it the omni-channel experience. So one of the big things that I believe you have to do is you have to introduce this peer-to-peer via a simple way to do it is a QR code on that label at Sam's. You're snapping that label and you're seeing right away, hey, what did 100,000 of my closest friends say about this item? Did they like this item? And the other thing I would say is that can you instantly do a price shop off of Amazon on your device? I mean, if you're looking at an item-to-item comparison of what you would buy inside a Walmart store and what you would pay for it online, why wait? Why would you wait for something you could have right now? And every day, Walmart's going to have the best cost. So,
and sales tax becomes another issue too. I don't have to pay sales tax on Amazon. I do if I go to get it at Walmart, which here can be about a 10% savings.
It's true.
Now, obviously, as that begins to change, we may see that alter. But Ross, I want to ask you: if I buy something in the store, I'm not inclined to write a review on it, whereas if I buy something online at Amazon, even at Walmart, I'll get an email in a couple of days that says, please rate your experience and your purchase. How does Walmart get their hands around that, or Sam's Club get their hands around that if you're buying it and taking it home right away?
Recreating the engagement, that ecosystem of reviews on Amazon is going to be hard, I think. So I think what they're focused on is the right thing, which is my Walmart shopper, I want them on Walmart.com, not on Amazon.com. And I want to make sure that I ensure anyone who's on Amazon.com knows I'm gonna match or beat their price. And so that review ecosystem is a first mover advantage that Amazon has, and I think they're going to hold on to it. If I'm a supplier, I want to make sure that I know what my reviews are on Amazon and Walmart.com. I want to make sure I know what my assortment is on those sites, and I want to understand my customer. That you mentioned Walmart had a chance to buy them $8 this year. I don't want to be a supplier that's flat-footed, that as this digital evolution happens, my consumer starts to do something that I didn't anticipate.
So as a supplier, how do you generate some of those feedback and those reviews that gets them to go at Walmart? Because if you're here and you're selling to Walmart, I really want you buying it on Walmart.com or going into a store and getting it. I don't want you going to Amazon, obviously, because I'm selfish and a supplier here. But how do I do that? What do I tell my marketing team? How do I get those customers to engage and really highlight some of those?
Yeah,
or is that the $64,000 question?
Yeah, in many ways it is, but that's a relevant skill set. There's companies out there that do that. That's something that we're doing for our clients. Is you got to study that, and you got to understand how to generate that, and it's just like a sales strategy. Calling on a buyer at Walmart, you got to think about it and execute a plan.
And get the marketing involved.
Oh yes.
How about this? How about when you go to Walmart, the product's on the shelf, and there's someone who wants to sell you the product when you get to the front. There's cashiers, and there's product. If we do that, it'll all take care of itself.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We will be right back, and we're going to talk about charitable giving from suppliers and how it can drive sales. Coming up as Saturday Morning Meeting continues.
GigWalk is an on-demand mobile workforce that can collect data and do work at retail. Businesses use GigWalk for retail audits, merchandising, and much more. With 350,000 smartphone-enabled workers available on demand, you get unprecedented speed and coverage across the U.S., Canada, and the UK. And all work is reviewed for quality and accuracy. Visit gigwalk.com to learn more.
Experience the unique cooling sensation of frozen yogurt. New Dial Frozen Yogurt Body Wash. Wrap your skin in cooling moisture. For skin so refreshingly soft, people will notice. Dial. Healthier skin, healthier you.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do.
The Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter Starlight Gala just got squared. Hot country couple Thompson Square will light up the John Q. Hammond Center Saturday, April 26th. It's a night of elegance, entertainment, and hope for abused kids to the power of two, with amazing live and silent auctions and a chance to give abused kids hope for a better life. For sponsorship and ticket information, visit our website today. Be there April 26th and get squared with KNWA and Fox 24.
Are you a single parent struggling to meet your family's needs? Single Parent Scholarship Fund is here to help. Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas helps hundreds of single parents get an education. By providing scholarships and support, a brighter future is right around the corner for you and your family.
I'm Andrea. I'm a 2011 UA graduate with a degree in elementary education. Single Parent Scholarship Fund made that possible. My son Jaden is proud of his mama, and it's inspired him to do well in school.
8th and Walton, the premier destination for Walmart supplier education. When and where you want to learn. Current, accurate, relevant, taught by suppliers, for suppliers. 8th and Walton.
And welcome back to Saturday Morning Meeting, joined now by Jody Dilday of the Single Parent Scholarship Fund. Jody, let's talk a little bit about how you got involved with that and what your role is.
I'm the executive director of Single Parent Scholarship Fund. I joined the staff about 6.5 years ago. Just was asked to consider the position, and I was sure glad I did.
You guys do some really amazing things. Let's hear some of the stories and some of the work that you guys do.
We work to move families out of poverty by giving them access to education. So we really just provide the direct financial resources and the encouragement that helps a low-income single mom or dad go back to college, and then they're able to compete in the workforce.
So who are some of the partners, the vendor partners that you guys have a chance to work with?
We're really pleased to have had Pinnacle Food support since about 2005, first with Bird's Eye and now as Pinnacle. They're a lead supporter of our scholarship campaign. We also are really thrilled because Johnson & Johnson and their team show out every time when we have an event and support our families.
And you also get some funding from Walmart as well, correct?
Yes, Walmart has been the leading supporter of our scholarship campaign for about a decade.
If a company is wanting to get involved, and maybe particularly for smaller size companies, may not have the cash that they're going to donate to really help fund this. What are some other ways that suppliers can get involved to help you with your mission?
We have a number of volunteer opportunities, which is great. They really get to get in the heart of the mission of our organization, which is interviewing and selecting our scholarship applicants. We have some small events like Golftoberfest, which is actually a mini golf tournament that our families participate in, and we're always looking for items we can put in those goodie bags. So in-kind contributions are really welcome, as well as volunteer support, and small sponsorships help us to fund scholarships.
This isn't for GED. This is for collegiates. Let's talk about that first, and then we'll talk about how you select them.
Sure. We award scholarships to people who are going to community college, trade school, or the university to pursue higher level education. We have a pretty stringent process. Our scholarship applicants apply online, and then they're screened for eligibility. We bring them in and do an interview, and based on the scoring system, then we'll award scholarships to those who meet our criteria. It's a fantastic investment in the community. These graduates go on to enter the workforce and become the talented pool that we have to choose from in our region.
With so many companies here and so many supplier teams, and many of them require college education. So let's talk about the return on that investment for those suppliers. How do they benefit, and what do they get out of it?
Well, for one, as taxpayers in our region, we all benefit because people are moved from the receiving end of government support like HUD housing and food stamps, and they're actually on the contributing end. But if you want talented people to come work for you, you want to have a well-educated workforce, we're going to help raise the number of Arkansans who hold bachelor's degree, and then our companies will have a talented pool to choose from.
Okay, and if suppliers watching and they want to get in touch with you, they can obviously email you, but before they do that, what are some things that they need to know about your organization, specifically that you may be looking for, in ways that they can help?
I'd love to tell them that we are a really well-known and respected organization. We're celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. We have a proven method that really works. We're excellent stewards of the donated dollar, and they can look at our stories online and our record of success at Single Parent Scholarship Fund, NWA.org.
Okay, we've got just about a minute left, so I wanted to know what's coming up in the next, really for the rest of this year, that are some major events for you, major fundraising that suppliers can get involved with, as well as the people who may be looking for a scholarship.
Sure. So the Spark of Hope is the celebration that we have each year in June, and where we announce the amount of dollars we've raised for scholarships in our campaign. So the campaign for scholarships is going on year round, and then we celebrate that success at the Spark of Hope and honor some of our outstanding supporters. Students, we have a number of scholarship application deadlines. They correspond with each of the semesters, of course, spring, summer, and fall, and our application is on our website, so they can just find out when's the next application deadline and go ahead and get enrolled.
Okay. Jody Dilday, the Executive Director of the Single Parent Scholarship Fund, thank you for coming in. And if you'd like more information, please make sure you email Jody. Jody, thank you very much for coming in. Saturday morning meeting, we'll be right back.
Imagine what it would be like if you knew the weather up to a year in advance. What would you do differently for your business or your life? At Weather Trends, we don't imagine it, we do it. We're a team of meteorologists, mathematicians, and business weather advisors, and we've spent the last 20 years developing a new way to forecast months in advance. We've been studying weather's effect on product sales based on every 1 degree change in temperature. We can now take your sales data and show you exactly how the weather impacts your business down to a single degree. We're leading the way into a new era in forecasting and a new power in business decisions. And we invite you to join us. Welcome to Weather Trends.
You know, the biggest challenge of working with Walmart is they really expect everyone on the team to know their language, know their terminology, and know exactly how they do business. So that's where 8th and Walton really comes into play. You know, it's the fastest way to get my team members up to speed.
Their business model is suppliers teaching suppliers. So when you come to 8th and Walton, you can count on having very experienced trainers who understand how suppliers work within Walmart, and they take advantage of that and incorporate that into their curriculum.
The Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter Starlight Gala just got squared. Hot country couple Thompson Square will light up the John Q. Hammond Center Saturday, April 26th. It's a night of elegance, entertainment, and hope for abused kids to the power of two, with amazing live and silent auctions and a chance to give abused kids hope for a better life. For sponsorship and ticket information, visit our website today. Be there April 26th and get square with KNWA and Fox 24.
Beaver Lake serves as the drinking water source for 1 in 7 Arkansans. Did you know that your actions can impact the quality of water in Beaver Lake? The Beaver Watershed Alliance is working to proactively protect, enhance, and sustain the water quality of Beaver Lake. With the help of partners, volunteers, and people like you, the Alliance is making a difference in Northwest Arkansas. Please learn more about your role in preserving the water quality of the Beaver Watershed and about how you can get actively involved. Visit beaverwatershedalliance.org. Beaver Watershed, our environment, our health, our home.
Hi, I'm Jeff Clapper, filling in for Derek RIdenoure this week. I'm joined by Mary Zettle, the sales director at General Mills, and we're here to talk about the heart of business in Northwest Arkansas and some of the ways that General Mills is involved in giving back to the community that I think we all love. So maybe you can, if you could start by sharing sort of how General Mills gets involved in charity, in many different ways.
Great, thanks for having me, Jeff. General Mills is involved with over 40 community partners, and we enjoy working with the partners that we have, and really the reason why we do it is there's many reasons why we do it, but our mission is to nourish lives in the communities in which we live, and so this is a way that we can authentically kind of live out the company's mission, and as a way to attract employees and retain talent in the area. It's been very beneficial in that we can not only support the charities that do great work, but also allow our employees an outlet to volunteer together and also give their talents and time. So it's been very beneficial for us as we've done business in Northwest Arkansas for many years, but as a way to really build the area and as well as our team culture.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And as you're determining where you're going over the span of a year, perhaps, how do you choose? How do you make decisions about where you're going to invest those resources?
Well, our charitable giving effort has a mission, and we want to support the community in a couple different areas. You'll notice if you look through our community partners, they tend to be about health and or nutrition and education in both of those areas, as well as about kids. And so we want to make sure as we evaluate the different opportunities that are in the area that the charity is really taking care of a distinct need in the community, and they fit within our kind of tenets of what is our mission in what we call it our Bentonville Area Community Action Team. So we call it BACK IT, basically. Okay. So we back different community charities with those efforts.
Great. Obviously there are ways that you can support charities financially, and I know that General Mills also does a lot to invest human resource into these organizations. Do you have any great stories, anything you can share kind of in that respect?
Yeah, we do. You'll notice as you're in the community for a while, you'll see that we sponsor quite a few things. So we give of our money, obviously, but it can be as little as going and volunteering at an organization. So a couple of fun, examples. For instance, we support the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter, and quarterly, my team will go and volunteer together. We've done things like digging out a mulch. They had wood mulch in a playground that obviously caused the kids some splinters and such. And so we went and dug that out together, probably a 4x4 foot section by the time we got through with a few hours. So they were replacing it with rubber mulch. We've cleaned their fleet of vans on a 100-degree, 100% humidity day, which was great fun.
Roll up your sleeves kind of stuff.
It was great fun. Very much roll up your sleeves. On the other end, we've even done some seminar activity where we've done an Excel kind of 101 for the day to any of our community charity partners that were interested in trying to help their operation use that tool a little bit more friendly in their daily activity.
There are a lot of ways that your organization has been able to get involved in giving both financially and with a great team and human resource behind it. For a smaller supplier in the area, are there any ways that you might think of that they can help give back to the community, both that would be impactful to the charity but also to their company?
I think the biggest way is to find a charity that matches up with your corporate mission. and go investigate. Go to the facility, see what it's about, and volunteer. In addition, I think, as you see charities in the area do different events, you don't have to sponsor. You can buy a ticket. You can buy a table. Whatever it is, but just get started. I think that's the major.
And you'll find opportunities.
You will.
And I think I also like your point to make it authentic and align with your own mission as a company or as an organization, as a team.
I think it's no secret that it's tough to get talent into Northwest Arkansas for many companies. And we have found that these efforts really help us build a culture in the office of teamwork, and very important to the millennial group, that they feel that they're authentically living the company mission, and this is why we do this.
That's great. So last question I have to ask is, there are a couple of big events coming up soon. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what they are and their mission, and how you'll be involved with them.
So mark April 26th of 2014. Here we have two big events coming up. First of all, the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter has their annual Starlight Gala. This year the talent will be Thompson Square, and you can go to their website and inquire about tickets and such. It will be at the John Q. Hammond Center. That very important event, obviously the shelter's mission is to help abused and neglected children. This event in one night, the last 2 years, we have helped raise over 1/3 of their operating budget. So very important, very impactful event. Also that day in the morning, before you get all dialed up for your night on the town, you can go out to the promenade and participate in the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. And their website as well will have that detail.
Great.
So also important to the community, because a vast majority of that money that gets raised by Susan Komen Ozark stays in the community to help local need.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time this week.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming on the show. All right.
Thank you.
Bentonville Plaza, across the street from the Walmart home office. The best office location for businesses working with the world's largest retailer. Bentonville Plaza offers proximity and services like no other business complex in the area, including custom designed suites and an on-site fitness center and restaurant. Pre-leasing opportunities are currently available for new construction. Call 479-200-1112 today.
Discover our revolutionary lotion-infused body wash, New Dial Vitamin Boost. And wrap your skin in nourishing softness. For healthy, soft skin, people will notice. Dial. Healthier skin, healthier you.
8th and Walton, the premier destination for Walmart supplier education. When and where you want to learn. Current, accurate, relevant, taught by suppliers, for suppliers. 8th and Walton.
Beaver Lake serves as the drinking water source for 1 in 7 Arkansans. Did you know that your actions can impact the quality of water in Beaver Lake? The Beaver Watershed Alliance is working to proactively protect, enhance, and sustain the water quality of Beaver Lake. With the help of partners, volunteers, and people like you, the Alliance is making a difference in Northwest Arkansas. Please learn more about your role in preserving the water quality of the Beaver Watershed and about how you can get actively involved. Visit beaverwatershedalliance.org. Beaver Watershed, our environment, our health, our home.
Are you a single parent struggling to meet your family's needs? Single Parent Scholarship Fund is here to help. Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas helps hundreds of single parents get an education. By providing scholarships and support, a brighter future is right around the corner for you and your family.
I'm Andrea. I'm a 2011 UA graduate with a degree in elementary education. Single Parent Scholarship Fund made that possible. My son Jaden is proud of his mama, and it's inspired him to do well in school.
I would recommend 8th and Walton to other suppliers because from my experience talking to other suppliers, they were even learning new ideas or just new and better business practices.
Most people have little time for training, and so 8th and Walton is a perfect opportunity to send your new employees to understand the retailing system. And again, because trainers were suppliers, they know the how and the why, so they become very valuable very quickly.
Our thanks to Jody Dilday and Mary Zettle from General Mills, as well as today's panelists. And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to join us. If you have questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. And please join us next week when we'll talk with Shane Redd from Waste Management about the upcoming Sustainability Conference. I'm RIdenoure, and from all of us at Saturday Morning Meeting, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Saturday.